enti fitness for ne isle gon for ne achimota for nyina anopai ye ma chairman Martin Oduro Shedden ye nyina bre no so a ewe de ya na ya de ahoden akota chairman yachi na ode gya ne yere kwan na yiruwo hoi eya pa ena no pay ma me fa sa ho kwan so na me fa enchia antisewa nyame na aye awusunyan anti anope me ma wachi ne na wotwe na Gladys Osei Bennett ono so yegya ne kwa awusunyan nti owura Mboze pharmacy oni abusua ni nyina Joanna emma no ene enuano mu nyina anope ma mu nyina hyeden papa adomdom yen a ne yewu abone atinkwamu nko a ye nyina ye de ahoden ebeba abeta akire na yaye edija menua ba kwan era no pay womo a menye omo ofie ha a ye be hye nkomotwetwen na se no menifa so pe do timinifa so pe yi ye freno Solomon Owusu Solomon Owusu eka movement for change for no ho kasa edema owura land kojo chamatin ni ku no enene de di kan a oba dwumedie so ntino my first day at school so la kwaba
yeah
bi aboko
adom ye no
de ho ase ena de otimi benkum so pay nso no ene di abubia different na nakei wono so MPP communication team no kan de minute ehia na adwo
wadi
na adwo ehia anya ha ya yishia wa ha ya ye ba fufuro bia bi o de bi ko ba bi ba ku bi eno anu afama nko bi o enso ono de bi okọ
that's all cause is it cool or chairman ono ni cool na ebo
the call me crime how many months in
what say UK
enti chairman ko ye na bra enti na case so kan people communication team ye hwe kwan say his excellency Sampiale and afi Benjamin Nsian so beba na ye di nkomo sanse ne be kasa dia fa nyina mohoden ho nsam sanse nsem bi eboboba nsem bi eyi ne ho adi ema efa nyina mohoden a ye to power na wo to no sika hefa na eko na app no so ne ho nsam I quite remember maybe sasa samwe on the 9th of September 2023 jumedi ya so na bi sasa question no say power ye to no eko isi di account mu straight ana efa baby ansa ko isi di account mu the fa baby efa no a ye ti bi free so ansa na kwa na ene ho nsam bebre nti na no pay e be di eno so nkomo sanse eye asemhia pa ntabedwafo me mama a team bi wasa mamu nyina akwa ba da mo sepa so de mo mbre a mo de a cheye na no pay ena no pay ya hwe yebeko iPack de no so ene na fi wi adi galamse ne yisi gidie na ababeso so munya kwanka obi
Davi
manko bi
yamfre
mu adinta
yes ye independent candidate tie second class citizens
enti independent for do bi anya kwanko
sala o madwene mu no ene o mo hihye mu sala tie enso ya je 100,000 e show mu ene o ka say me candidate wo Ashanti region Asante Mantemu a obo nto a o na eba be win election na wo frem gofo a wa aye balloting wa kire se dipa dumiensa 13 na eba be da so ami ato on so aba wo mo na akwakwo dwene wo mo na wo frɛ nipa no wan frɛ omu bia ma na aba na ye hihye no as agudie bi na we ne so ti am frɛ but me feel say omo ko manim no omo be hye ase adwene sene ya bato sem no ye ka ho nsem because independent candidate no once mrama ho kwa so betumi akọ as content kro no e kire se mu dwumadi a mu die nyina saa de ne ye frɛ no iPack no immediately mo be sakrem interparty advisory committee I was say mo pe ba bia mo di independent candidate be shembi say nyo bia no ukuru mo person belong to a political party on emichi e di ango bi na makwa ka mo nsem no say ne mo nya adwene a we ne na makọ to sem bem no na je say o say ukọ
na mo raise consensus bi e de kire yisi ni say the way mo treat mo no mompe
ya ka in fact meeting ya o mo kokoye ye na no de answer no mo kwa meeting na me leader rural lanchemante actual krata akoma electoral commission through the commissioner e kwan ya e be fa so a o hawa ye wom sisi ya ye be sisi no if the how a woman say party be raise issues with the voter register. Yani essence voter register ya ma ye binti no. Na ye ni kwanya ye betumi aka bibia fa ho. Eni jabra NDC forecast say informso wo ho. Na ye ni de atwa ne say electoral commission ebemmuaye. Omummuaye o mo de ba ene say ene ade mu awrem. Essence on be je nsem no a NDC fo no kan ene ye den etum. Now, what you have to maybe not just say, or say, Nina, Tenassi, yes, some from so. And into me candidate, a royal chamate Chocoma won't say, says, ye, Yaman charge ye, Nipa Tina, Equaco contest election. Electoral Commission, no, and form a working group with 13 candidates, no. Ebia, representatives, and other candidates, and so many acquires on Marbetina. Now, or no electoral commission, because electoral commission, they be another more can say. Ye pese ajom independence free omunsem mo amunyi mu nipa no mambe chairs a working committee no e free one more IT consultant no so mambe ka ho bi na sa committee enkyere kwan ya informso na about voter register ni ye bekom na ye nyina ye de atoyi ye ya ne sa no hu kwan ya befa so ye bekom no a electoral commission enfa 2020 final voter register no enfama committee members nyina na onfa limited registration ya from 2021 ebesine enfan kan mo afi voter transfers ya from 2021 ebesine onfan kan na onfa special voters list so enkan ye wi a mo committee no so nyina no so bi wo asem bi ananse mfum so bi e wo hu voter register no one tro ne enfama committee members ni nyina na afi ye nyina ye ntrase na ye mfan ko nkrata ni ye wi a de beba out no ene the final register na obia boadwo when okotrokoma won wie ko gina ipac wa asem omoka mi hu ni ti ehumi ni na se electoral commission na no agitum se information ho no se afidi ono akorete information ono na correct in the first place na register wo ho ana sanfum so ba ho in the first place answer na ye kwa register ni pa no one o share Ghana boni fo nyina bo se o register the a robust sabro fundament bida o kan ya robust enti ye kan se de ni robust no msa ko fa ba ko be kan se credible enti ade ye credible na robust ti so obi antumi monwrem ba ya ko registration ama obi atumi aye illegal transfer of 38 persons ye ko kan ya most na technology be a friend liveliness eni wonti na ma ho kwan na chese mo yi na mo kan no enye robust
na enwie
payo enu nti kura na o se ye nyina ye komuye esa se the candidate etu a ekwa approach hwe enefiwa ebo eka obebo ansa na wakọ ara na nsuo nkwa na obenem daily kura se iska na ye beye we nyina na obi atena ba bi no de ne je obeya ne se machinchim matwa puduo gum se media me enye nipa na o man ne peme na emom se beya me no de bia bedi nkunuma bra mafa koti kwan so dia na entwaye ti be fi se electoral commission de wo ye no e wo se oma emudaho
na sa nansen ipac meeting omko yi say director of IT no e be chire nsemu e dey projector chire mu say we chire bibia mu enti sa explanations how do no ma ye nyina no still na no hu no say ato sin am convince am wan hu say bibi by kra na omotumi aye ho adwuma ma na aye kama
de omoye no kra na o say me hwehwe voter register ni wankasa kranke
samum
wono amiati asese brofukasem almost system there are still vulnerability chese how be ohun obi try dey abo ewudum na de me kan say the mere fact crash obi to me register ya na nipa e transfer na nipa ni ho no mo ama be dia dance say na technology be friend liveliness ni ho no technology dodo say na enimu nti a se ye kosi liveliness na no a wo betumi use anu de abo ewudum enu ntie wo so mu ye hwehwem ye nyina ye trust ye wa IT express okromu a ye hu se ye si bibia no na ye dumi ngongoso me ha ye ngongoso me ha na kina oye ne ba ya be kasa oye hu yanka enso na ka kire enu ti de omo ye ndie any the way a man some political parties e conduct omo meeting so mesefem papa because we a political party any independent candidate squad ya ma ye voter register ni mo de nyame adom ye ma mo voter register ni bi se ya provincial voter register ni bi se munkum na monko hwe mfumso bi e wo ho ya de mo na mo de kogu mu akache obi amiem ana yenya party baako a on the auto ne bo asese mehwehwem etu kura de adwuma ho so nka wo ye na wanye na wo no ye de bo a wo no wo na so man mo piafo na we insist say ye hu we wom dia ye say mrem fraud vicious everything ye hu bibia nya wo ho no de na che say more na betu in any case enya na anu ya na court e rule wo asantimantem say ya ye transfers bia Komanhia South ama engofo bi o say sanso reve ye san nyoma we nyina kire say immediately voter register na da ho nya papa o si ekom mo bia mfa nyoma ni agro say as a kromu ano nyame be business a serious enterprise enu ti fa na inelike dear pa na electoral commission o di sie di on beze bi wa se onioma nyina mu da ho kama frenjem enjeje ye ko hwehwem na se bibia mu da ho frenjem a enya wo electoral commissioner woni onyam no ekoso na men in any case oba hima Jane Adoko Emensa e be sere emotions ye fa nye politics ana the attempts of person force ye near tears yes register mu da hono sa credibility no woni
anta woni
na wono ye to me yes amation ye limited registration first of all limited registration ada ye be register ni 29,000 wo say 25,000 ye bow anu aba be issue your friend is state person opacho ada ye be register 43,000 wo say 49,000 ye bow na aba be issue statement say opacho what you are soldier for rain electoral commission ye soldier wa obi atumi aboy roma kwakọ yi computers every ho na wo se memenyu ni in any case IT director of electoral commission there some no catch on that day was wo no they operate with the zero trust policy that's wo nyu obi ni because nipa na wo ho ni nyina nya papa na wo nyu obi ni memenyu ni yes you operate on the zero trust policy with the easy men trust no so much here and unti one man in ho me candidate to roll and chemate e ka say yes start sa committee adwuma 30th September one message opportunity but me man nya na say you push it to the limit na ya guys oh emre wo hop up emre kwa one does too much the person ye na mu da ho fiko na sa political parties e ko IPAC instead of some bedwene say ye kasa mo man no no mo be so mo de se official goodie bi no they must stop it immediately because of my way no baby e wo no ye gina baby a enye ya ngofo hwewiem ewiem nye na wonya wadwene say ba ye kwoto no be fa kwoti kwan so a you must support the cause say yen hwehwe voter register ya hwem na mu da ho no mo a say emu ye fire me advantage me ana me candidate what on the message great transformation plan ni peto ene ko ha sentimentum ni pe bufa so enu ni ade akoka wo nsem say wo asem bi kan na say wa ni pedua na gina ho no ye credible na say nipa no be ho say ya to aba mo a say to aba ma na ni we ya to aba mo obi a me de ne be ha me
okay me da say Solomon Wusu movement for change kasama for rural and kojo chamati ku no odimu akotini ye pa sabre his excellency Sampiale ababeka yensa ana fe Benjamin Isianso ababeka yensa babiafo medamo asene mo mere your excellency na de anya agro that's right o t-shirt ni wo chene chinie nyina
was how the chidie ba fi ha
atuntokwa na hu mema
that's right
ememe gure chidie
ai we de watch say chinie ne 8 ampa anyway ben bibia boko
nyame adom
me de radiation nana ka wotie de solokan ya independent candidates nso omo ye stakeholders na solokan say me o say parties for ni bi niema bi omo koye ho no so na wo se me ba so wo se party for ni bi koye niema bi e de no mo ye ya wo wadwene wo gidi se wanje ni yi na afa se ma ba party for no so
me yi CPP ni PPP eni kwa donko omo ntia se omo na ye chichiro ni bre CPP wanya akwenya wako IPAC party ba ko a friend NDC and here I'm mentioning NDC because the omo ye no me candidate ebo ano ni ebe ko ni etwedi pagum na ze enye mviri mu a na om go to jam candidate me lusu watumi abo identify problem with the voter register je wo betumi ayabo na ansa obeda na se oko IPAC wo se omuduabo e dey mentality no
CPP
na or cabrofo me hu ya say me ma me akua donko won te brofo ya say no oboni nsem what sort of life is this brofo na wo come won tie o
on the boy man is one
what je koye na we ya we na wo oboni nsem ase de ya hye ho say ye ko ise ne ye keka ye mmoyi nsem na ye de ama apalu nsu keka me nti a enipa 50,000 ye hu no voter register ni say enye papa ye dam ase na so in audit no negligible but apalu be fi no say in 2008 Professor Mills how many votes win the election kuma
say 40,000
otuado kura no wo ye presidential candidate ade na wo mu na sa agudie I don't know say the near breast of person ye leader because of person ye leader no one say krom ha obi atumi win with less than 50,000 votes then it means every vote counts in any case yeah election 50+1 and it is a mobi question na +1 no yes nipa bone na osemu a o ma no ye short year and it dey kosi ho no eni sesibio okay
nana kai
aja
what's here solo nsamo kan ye ya wabobɔ ne maso akeka ne ma de si okedi kanka bibi fa yisi ho se yisi no akaso wonye obia eni enti se wonye obia eni de ade na poso obi ji wudi wuti solo nsamo kan ya 2 you see ni issue word be say vulnerability na just ade no say the ni ahoden papa covid by no say wo mo underline one and the kunkunkunku won pa enti obi betumi awuram
underline for no na come pa
and underline factors bi ebetumi ama obi agbo awuram osaka bi sesi answer say
example there underline for no na come
say this system no I will how be or obi betumi awuram say no odi camera enti in general no sa meeting amukoye ene ho nsamsam no come here say still na binum shada enyi ntumu say yisi no eye so credible say na pese akpoma Ghana for ehunu no ehunu ni say as MPP
ejame da say benchia UTV ahwefo ene mpanifo ahwe social media ne ade Franchia kese enkoma Ghana mampani na nado danko ekufoado ene Dr. Mahmoud Baumia MPP e Frank Anthony ene na bedi echi Dr. Matthew Poko Prempe eja menu ya bi edi ni birthday nde ye Emmanuel Nana Kofi ye lab technician Coco Clinic me wish him happy birthday IPAC nsensem I'm say menu nyina ya follow the course of IPAC no na menu nyina so gidi ye say sometimes we won't make allegations claims no only evidence to back it up my claim no be somehow permit me to say useless. I'm not trying to insult anybody. Na yenu anumen DC for raise so much concern. BGD say mamin kan we Jacob na. So Lucas no can be say ye momo di bibegum na omo kotu tia obi be lose than things. Mentia say we election mu. Eja. But let me say this here. 2012 election petition. Your judgment ruling in 2013, I think August, right? Justice Etuguba can be that elections are won at the polling station. Let me say this. Me, as an MPP, a polling station, bibri. Na Okosha said you conducted election at the polling station. MPP polling agents NDC polling agents CPP, PNC, independent candidates. Na say assuming without admitting easy actually obedient ba register nim nipa na ya churo ni din wa ba beto aba eja kwan be so no betimi afansa beto aba ne bim NDC polling agent be penama na to ayi afafanto polling agent wakoto se so no oti hei ejira polling station no se we eja kwa na beto first one no wasan kwaba se wo beto bim no apena mo wato enti to me akono mo kono Yakumbi Pain 2015. Yes, you fighting for forensic audit. Solo no akahubi. Yaku ye ni nyina no ye nya forensic audit. But 2016 we need election. Isi catch in plain. Say onya ne china. Me no mienu nyina di adanse say o say okuta credible register. I am not here to defend the EC. No. because eja kwabene say ye pew say ye mpew even if free ne ekopem election day enipa be wu free register nim a mo meto aba ne bi meboa eja meboa obi betu kon obi be ni opportunity bi a about oni ntinye on tena ha no onto obeko enti some of all this you know betimi esisi no eja we saying say obi wu a aje se sa for register ni na be yi free man san ya 2024 election na Benjamin Siati hay opportunity be ama no na so kodi expecting oil pricing and things ya de na ko UK UN meeting a obenya bibi kakata fra o ka so be di habet na so beto aba obako enu ntina is a register sa kofa na ekoye auditor na I think say media be gidi ye say concerns are NDC for reason so kaya is it mention south yam PC enya the same issues ni bi okọ court say isi ni mani yi free
anu emma muhunu say won say mumu PC ni hu yi
yeah
NDC for hu bibi na omaka
enti kwan na kwan na to ho
na mu PC ni so hu say how bi wo ho na yisi no so hu say no kore say bibi sa wo ho anso ampa
na me ka kire say
enti for the interest of the yisi no ba ko kan ya be twa adwuna si so kakra ne say wo so 2016 na mo pre so benya with mo anya
forensic audit
yes omo ka say robust
exactly
hwan mo di win election
yeah
but that credible voter register na mo di win election ye twani nyina agu na ya ye foforo
sa
enti se obi nso hu se foforo na ye se no ye robust hwan no oha wo ho na se musu peace na hu se ono se di nipa bia begu ni constituency an kan se so mo ba meaning se ade ni se da nwie pe yo sa
eja medical come what you
say se mu nyina mu gitu so okay and sanitary
medical come what you say unim se Ghana bra na ma yisi ni kwan so nyu bi adin free register nim aje so court
yes
enu nti ekwan ni da ho they told that you better radio so TV so aye no for political argument yen peace ni hunu se da bi any pass me se ni din aba ha no efi oso otim no me ko ho wonte ho oni obi a ho se fi ofo so mu ni obi asa wonya evidences ni di kodina court ni gitum eye ni research nu sampa consensus and go for raise eye genuine enti court na order se yen sa go for ni din free eja ko brant ma se enti say NDC forward this kind of claims na eja omo twen dey I am saying this yen no bi any one mo be happy say yen ko fa register dey call election issues bebre wo ho enti MPPPC no accurate wa pave way no but the NDC for so mahu those issues ni bia no the good thing is that who the number of days he did asem no and take even a week ya clear free ho omun tu anamon no na ye nyai that kind of day na ye true to abonten
ye hwe se anamon no bi betu no ba bia ho no wan kasa kasa yisi aso ye
eja medical what ya say wo nim say isi no kobo na mane a ontimi ntira ni dem ho eni eja kwabena di mfiri
na me say
ontimi
ye hwe se enye ono obe ye free mu percent system no de ye adwuma na kasa no ye hunu se sinto bi wo
ya je hu se system na isi use free je hu se system you sinto wo manya ne wo na me ka say political parties no opposition here sometimes the way we see is different what you say mama mfato ho we say so many things about what you say you call election no because say na atuku betu yemfo 2012 say kwatena ho na wakoye hwe han ne eto aba ne nipa no awi ni polling stations awi a and just mind you say for Benjamin Sia polling station His Excellency polling station and chini ye ebi ebeto abawie 7 December chini ye betete ama ayira kora nsu oto awonye bi mfanisi ne sui wokọ the polling station ho no ma eja wokọto se papa we gina ho na me kwadu ebo a ne ma fa kire ne ma ba ne ma beto me wi anama san kodi line ne to me duru ho no ma nka be hu de besi enti that is the problem no ye nyina ye mfi yani ye nkotena polling station ho.
Why should we create the problem in the first place?
No problem to me it's not a problem
to you
based on the advice I took by the man in 2013 to me see ets futuo na that futuo no enne e betena ho forever enunti na ye ni abra ye training ye polling station executives no ye training wo mo. Let me give you practical example 2016 election na me omikro masante achemsa dwa so ena ono aboku akwa asante boatin MP ma me kwhwe adwa so kro bi to aso kwanta polling station am say be 2 or 3 me kwhwe ho na ye bobo aba no ajatie nie o EC officer na all kan aba no ya to aba na ma akopema na dwo be 7 enti otumu so yini power bre all kan MPP vote no odru 79 instead of 80 no and o kan 90 obi adwena maso me na ye me vote no kan ba me stop no e ma ne sa kan ne biem e correct sa error no wonim de ntia se me fi say 10 vote kwama me kama no atuma 100 vote be kwama obi foforo baabi o 10 na unya no wabregu so aye vigilant and o say nipa bi a wokwa kogina say wo yi adwuma ma o political party independent whoever no wo gina ho as the representative of the person mi kogina ma mi gina ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no mi kogina ho nkofodi mi arms enko bonko siri hehe emeja kwabra me gina meto miensa ento 9 no oba bia no obechia me ajo ni mama ne fans there be ensida
okay
the same thing and I expect to say ye nuanom
enye
omo fi o mani
okay
eja yetimi aye ni say ya me se dede ni bi wo no ma emfaso ni so
okay me da say
na eja manunsi am say o solomre na ne nkomo ni odentuma ne brema ne kasa
so no owo consensus bebre chen wo
ne consensus
so no ne yamfre no
eno afekwa na me beba ne fra yamfre no
okay denti
me nti asie mu eje so far as wagye atum say nipa ne qualify although mra no dealing with political parties but so far as mra ne ma independent candidate kwan say omra no me contest bi ne die na say you should have a say enti me feel say ye koye nim no ye be mo hwe no mo create bibia ebema independent candidate ne so access to share their views
okay
me IPAC ye di kanka na wo so nim say IPAC enye decision making body o a advisory body decisions ni nyina ni guyisi bylaws ni enu ni nyina de ye adwuma ye kokokire adwen we say ye ni say e be yie ye betimi age IPAC decision atuma eja I just say akwose samranim which you know airline na ECU so no IPAC di bibi fufuro bi aba ye kokko amende enti ye mane nye say de ye kokka ne IPAC no nya kawie ya na wawie asi o se dana no ye implement enya adwuma so lonim excellence ti yi onim ayi mi nua Benjamin onu kwa bo the IPAC wa ko bi pen onim say dey sit here
party ben
oh bisa na de onim say no
party
na onim say no party executive
party ben
ona ti wonu bisa
da bi wona wo kan
so local trade
dem call IPAC
na ntitama na ye na national youth organizer
am party ben
akweronko
na ke bo no
si no mo ma ye nyina ye ntia ase say
okay
ye nyina e wodwuma ye obi e de kan to anamo no ba bi hu say mistakes bi wo no quickly wa hwe ya rectify many beji say NDC for be follow that same direction no
okay
mo bi o mu fi so mo so etimi identify problems not only NDC PNC CPP whoever no so etimi identify problem we are all helping to build a robust register ananya sa
all right
enti yenyan attacks bebrebe no na me ka ama yenua no mate ase say owura mampani dada John Dramani Mahama ka kire Ghana for say yenyan EC no onye nadwuma 2016 na EC you autonomous minim afa NDC for the same table now omo de judge MPP no table na sesa na
I am so the same thing am so mu 2016
enti yenyan no
ekasa de fa EC no kan se bia nsa boka
so
ene asa mo defend mo defend
Benida da 2 yemfo si enya no ntini etie futuo na ye ja no
your excellency
e bo to mfa na futuo nya dwuma
IPAC nsam sami last week discuss wa ha am I can hu nsam ne bebi adru political parties sorry independent candidates no HSA yisi na treat o mo yie bisan se wo mo so mo ka ho bi o mo ka ho bi ni kwa de e so mo so mutumi nya register ni bi no so mo hwem sa ye bi ya ono so no crofort say but say the amana ne kire nya de ombetuwe nya bi nti bebi adru no say bebi atu atwa say no ye koye ni mo na ntisa kwada roma sima be edu
well enya kwabna me da say treatment na wo mo dem a independent candidate is the most absurd and ridiculous because sika ye the J me presidential candidate Yeah, this if so, yeah, this year na musumu tuya.
And you 100,000
The same money. We are going to use the same register. They are also going to use the same register in the elections. Not so. IPAC na ye kano. It is system of as again a advisory body of political parties, right? Inti maybe any LIBMA eka say we are for an independent candidate you cannot participate.
Okay.
But because of the schemes are air coso, right? I have seen a video a donko do it's on nam second. And no boss masare a treat telephone friends wombra.
We
You know, please. What say? What tra bugu ko jasu man bisa asem to yekum.
Fanako okay easy.
Now, it's a covenant some media member have make a no. We are before we close. Remember, my video you are making. My bachelor.
Send the crowd on podcast. Your friend from Easy.
The issues we are dealing with. So, Biaka say elections are won at the polling station. That person doesn't understand Ghana politics and Ghana elections. Elections like computer systems is garbage in, garbage out.
It's not true.
Say, you prepare register, right? Now we are indolent. One kasawa nyashe. That's a year 5 year contest election. Now one be when you answer how the registration goes. Now you can say, yeah, when in Sian Pano, you are registering. Therefore, you are register for Insian. You are quite result in the yet the police station, you can't. What will be the result? Elections are not only won at polling stations. The vigilance at the polling station is very necessary, but vigilance in the process, because election is not an event, it's a process. Adia ama NDC for any abrea MP before say ADD no. Of course, obi be so a obi ba obi what obi aso. I don't want to go into 2016. The immoral and shameful things are MPP here against Echelon. I don't want to go there. Naked insult on Charlotte to say, we don't want to go there. We don't. But let us face what we are facing now, because going back doesn't solve any problem. Just for a history, a story. What are we dealing with? By the airliner ECD Jumano, within a certain period, or say provisional register na ya prepare no, you demand political parties. EC violated that, for instance, CI no, LI no, 16 hours before the elections, the exhibition, and sign what the NDC for a copy every year. That is after you didn't Crawford court na EC hall for a long time. And opening your name Crawford hall. And on the buyer. Believing, say, a beer, ye nyamre and go through the register no. And now the young butcher say, look, once bitten, twice shy. Say there be a say technical deficiency. And now MIA losing elections now. Now we have got younger people who have this tanker IQ and capability. So we put them on, put about 20 people in a room. I said, look, dissect this register. By 3 o'clock, give us output. I think by 11 o'clock, now results now starting AP. Say, there has been massive transfers from this place to that place. Right? Calculations, even beginning from you see calculations on your friend saying voter register per day, no, and you cannot mistake whom. The cocaine almost said the one with the coral draw and a computation. And we decided to go in there, and of us, it is not true, sir. We did not see, we don't have any evidence. So, when you see was saying or talking, I say, NDC for problems now. Anomalies are you we are correcting them. Yes, I know. Anomalies now you are correcting. Say I'm for evidence and quite anomalies they don't know who easy who you are correcting. So nobody from this table, nobody should go back anywhere to say NDC for evidence and back. Nobody should do that. we are not only talking about the EC voter register. We are also talking about the integrity of the IT system. We are also talking about the credibility of EC personnel. And for the data entry, they said, oh, one court. Who says all corrections are to be done at court? Nobody says that. There's no law say EC, when you problem, they come EC. This is our court and Sunday you didn't film. I didn't tell you EC for your duplication. She won't say, Ben, I registered 2 times, 3 times, but the own system, no, when we delete other part of Ben entries, no. How are they able to do that?
They are permitted to do.
You know, so once they are permitted to do deduplication, they are also permitted to correct transfer of votes and your regular. What you're saying. Now, how on earth can somebody transfer votes from Asante Akim Obogu to Gaso? How on earth can a person do that?
Look at the clues.
I said the Lord hasn't even allowed it.
And will be free Obogu what the cause he Sunday man.
Sunday man. How on earth can that happen? It can only happen if somebody have had access to the EC system. Because in international database management, you know, there are certain protocols. It is time now Afarijan was saying, I don't want trouble. Our database management, you know, code in Israel and about South Africa, so that nobody can have access to the system. And I'm going to demonstration led by Samia Uku, who can STL attack. And you see, you Charlotte, if you are biased, oh, you data now, you basa, what could they want to why species, you any code. That's the beginning of the troubles that we started to have. So now, they started rewriting the French code to the system. And now, old IT staff now employ new IT staff. I don't want to say so we end this one and MP before, but the truth of the matter is that all the IT staff were removed and replaced. So we started monitoring. The system is such that before some programs are one of them changes. And so over to me a transfer and that's a one enter system. No. INSEAD must give you a protocol approval.
Yeah.
From INSEAD, it has to be escalated to Ejekobna. And the final person I want more approval here is chairman. So before you enter the system, no.
Let's say each chairman in movie.
So it is not the question, so a transfer book how was the transfer made? Is what we are talking about. You remember, sir, in 2020 elections, Charlotte announced said the IT system has been hacked. And for 2 hours, we didn't have IT system. So, if your IT system were hacked and you conducted a report on it, where is the report? Are you following what I'm saying? Where is the report? Because who announced a hack system now? There must be a system audit. So where is the report? Today, you see, they will not be able to publish that report. The last elections, they announced more than one result. Something that has never happened anywhere. More than one result. Somebody can stay in Pushiga, transfer votes. A friend saying, ballots or voting rights. And yet register no problem, no. But the system is also a problem. And that is why NDC we are calling for a systems audit, which some people call forensic audit, but I call it a system audit. Because all systems we are running for about 5 years about the protocol, they have to be audit to check the integrity. Nansanyana, National Cyber Crime Office for I want to say they should put measures in place because their system is under attack. Now saying and now what's our kind? Their system is under attack. So if we call for systems audit, bonny benny ya, no for see chance ye did.
Sir, I feel you better try na I check let me say almost some of the final album no bebremo. Nto mo de ba wi.
E just say NDC for anye de ye ya. Anka some final report na mo de ba no. Anka would it have contained or would not have contained all the mistakes that you hear no. Okay. And instead of yen nuanom ya ma me kurafo ya ma me kurafo mai e be ka say oh the yen nuanom ne ye ne eye I heard in my junior the JFK saying so what so who say problems are there
okay your excellency but you be general line so from US I say needing committee will be efa galamsey hu so we general so ache
edu so
anti ya nche ebeko ano no enche ebeko because na ka me say ye ECG starting muni hani tema fa ECG starting no nti galamsey de no yenko na yenko din komo kakra na ye ne Dr. Solomon Wusu oye mining engineering and mineral economics consultant or USA doc anopay so timi kan ye ma wachi eda wase pa say ya ho machi so age bre say oni be din komo
me chawo bia me mo bia chi me ha de 2:30 ahomachi na eja kwabna so ofre me a minia no set me nom coffee na me disri petwen na me so me be kan galamsey na me nua ba ko so di soro mo wusu ti wonchen okudi na ya na amafo fi se eyemia
Boni de ni wudi bishop
Video no.
and boni be say o say when we when mu tre no na mu ye
kwabna usu o yusu kwabna usu
no Solomon na ye kwa baby and if Solomon kwabna usu na wo ye Solomon usu nko a kwabna ye hwe wo yo bi a ye ka galamsey and I say mines won nsem a anya hwe kra no we bachelor of science ye ba takwa kra na what shia nsem wo pa ye ko USA a why ye wo just say almost about two big universities are what we go to hu nyuma we are Ghana ni de ekoso Ghana ha say no se woni onfafo US wo edin koma aya den no muka muso ten kasen
that's yeah I think say ya na medin koma eye nimguase e de mame e magana nyina adenti na me kasa so share World Gold Council omo reporter aba Ghana ye to success gold production. United States amete America ha ye to so fourth the whole world. Ye two gold echen Ghana. Now the leading gold producing country in the world China. China na omo nkofo abegu Ghana omo say yensuo ni ensas bebrebe no omo na the leading minim se mo amuti panel su sisi anya hwe kra emu baako akọ China da eja kwabna question ni say China mo say ya sensuo ho
depida
America ha meti yen sensuo wa ha adwuma ameye eye gold mine na adwuma na meye yen se onti say America you can't try say obe sensuo ha. Now we the way a yensuo nyina say na surprisingly abrofo no kra wa ha no nim Ghana nsem kra chan ye ne yeti Ghana it is yekushia na ye to adwene a he said ye obisa ye no ye ferry kese na de man ye dangerous kakra ne say eja minim say obebisa me more questions but ma me for we started so she ensuo a Ghana Water Company a treaty e ma nipa nom di biya aduane bia nkofo nom nsuo a yede ye bia Coca-Cola nkofo nom nsuo a yede ya for example densu okosuhum area ho a eno na eba wager ni ye treaty ansana nsuo no ya pompe e de afa the various pipes mu akọ efiefie ni industries ni ade mu na wo hwe densu the way a China for no the cyanide mercury arsenic ni dangerous chemicals egumwa na ye treat a na onim say wager treatment plant no unim eyi omusi no 1914 ena ye see ye it is ye see in 1914 now at the end of the day ye be hu say me zoom no ayira I don't know if from oh okay yeah me hu it is say 1914 ni enke hu say 1914 no musi wager treatment plant no na mining wo ho de ba na ye say common dig and wash na champagne ni excavators ni ade ni cyanide ni ade ni nim even Ghana for class at now most of them use only mercury. Cyanide ni other poisonous chemicals mo Chinese, Indians, Burkinabes, Turkish omo begu Ghana no omo go yensu so no omo na yes ade no time omo si sa plant no so only Ghana Water Company for no edi nkomo a they didn't calibrate almost system no to treat such cyanide and other poisonous chemicals. So at the end of the day, we see that almost treating no crampona after say almost amana clear kakrano. There are particles or some elements of these dangerous chemicals in the water that we don't see. And the money is dangerous. And as only 1% in po so anymore. And no now cover cancer, kidney, liver. Those days in the 80s, 90s, even early 2000s. Now it is our kidney, liver, ne ade bebrebe. But then two at say because treatment no a de ma Ghana Water Company e de mansuo no ene ye yehu sisi ano emfa plant no entumi no enclear no 100%. And because of those elements no na de samane yehu ni se insuo ni free suhum e ba kra efefa enkronkro bi so asabanes yes it is sense enkron efefa so no most of the people there omo kosa nsuo no raw sana na omo de alum agum so omo de alum ni gum na efi no eda ase wia chemicals na ewom na wunhu no a nsuo aye solution na wunhu no eno de enka ho ti once ateche no assettle wase na omo so ne so no na omo de ye aduane na omo nombi na omo yese eno ne jawie bebreba abo manima ama ade na yehu eno ntonchen Ghana Water e pompe nsuo eko obi afia mo amuti won nyina mpanyimfo amuti won nyina pacho muntie bi o na mon kanchre mon kofo so ye MPP so ye DC. This is not the time also you politicize this same way now ni bibi o Accra densu ene ye pompe eko Accra tema ene some other areas se pipe na
where the doc bin twa no ye hwe video bi say yi video bi sisi a ahwe fon hwe say obi fie ne pipe a wa connect pipe no e de ama polytank na filter na e wo ho no filter no na e so ne inso no so e pipe inso e na e so ne te filter no mu na aye fisa na e wo ho no samo hwe a enti no we pipe inso ono no e twe e de akọ polytank mu e na ode filter e na mana ye santi we de ye de kan keke doc etiu Mr. Doka ayinatiko we dey ya pa nanka owo information ho do be ya say betumi a link back na yetumi ahwe nti we dey video na me kan say ke meyi bra na me assetis no video no enu nie we ayobi fie polytank ne si wo no polytank how do me no enti no pipe na e ba ne fie no e no wa connect dem polytank no ana o de filter abo polytank na se na be so ne so no so ansa ne so no akogu polytank ne mu enti wo share filter na enso na wo pipe enso na wo hwede akono na ye fi aisa teche gumu sa no enti asam na ye ka no ofo sa wo nkran ha enkan e kan pa esa se so we no do tumi aso no so na fi na ba mu sa obi so obu direct no sa fi nyina chemicals yi awudure ni nyina ewo mu bi enti eno ni asam a ye de eka ho na fe ye tumi de enkomo nti
so ne so krampa so la de be ba no
efi nti serious what ye yan bragalam say so taw na if you are na fe ya Ben biye mo hyehyɛ me de bia me ka biye mo hyehyɛ me esan sɛ matene kurase da na minim sɛ de nsuo tie randi ya na mayi nsuo na ni tie korogyen no mayi kurase de ne be ne ahwɛ sɛ de sitie ne yɛ nom direct den so de Dr. Solomon so de example in 2013-2014 na satama ndi se na wa ban mu menya ne tie sɛ na mining company bi kutu gold e wo potrase no dumase bibia o ma sɛ ho na yi no na mekoso da badwuma wura no mase omo ma me kwan e ma me kan ho asem ko ho no pa wia na adwo no pa sifa kan money show na maka kopon time a mining company na tumi antu enti omo ansai de nsu sa so omo say de nsu na e be ka weja sa bre no mu a na omo ati insawom treatment plant no na kolonza da na no sector minister enti no say me ni na ye nyina ko ne kokohwe ene ye be yi densu no randi me by send video bi sisi ai densu no ne collection points e wo densu so e wo ko apedwa se densu na ye no obi ya mo ahwe ben aka me say ye di agro because ye nya hu ade no emmo entare ye ho e me ye fa ye ni hu nti no ye shedan fa da nibresam ye hwe leba union for nsem o mo kan ye ene de ka ho ni nyina ne fa to se galanse ko no ben ye ko ni
ja me da say I think question no bisa no say as a mood agro na money abreda na can say have you ever been serious
ye ni mreda
that money mreda because say ye ni abrea as a state we've found a very sustainable way say bit me a stop galamsey. But because of the name radar no abribia no fa very ad hoc measure ni check measure na yakase solve galamsey and antimi amoye and I think last week maybe can has say Rollins antimi amfa soldier and to galamsey asia then I just said another bit me the soldier to galamsey ase say Mahama to me say Kufuor to me Milson to me I then I just said another bit to me I think that as a state you know yeah approach to fighting illegal mining and unsustainable mining no? Because normally men person make say illegal because even the legal ones grant e bi no
dey mentwa wan mesre wa we dey suso
yeah
wo fi akwapeja junction enti no dey so no the collection point ni enti dey so na wo ho no bibi o mo twi so na free e dey akọ eyinu mo ma so no so dey ma manfo wo so mu ne potamu no enti dey so ni
yeah this is too bad anyway nti eja say sa omo ma buy atwam nyina ntimi ansolve unsustainable mining because normally men person be use illegal mining because mining companies do create all licenses no legal ones no kra no they are engaged in unsustainable mining practices are enya insonso our environment and so and I think last 2 weeks maybe Hamabe Council biom and when I was listening to the doctor no I think that has always been our focus into na into me and solve a problem no. The focus has always been about the impact and state of our environment. But yeah, the root cause of this particular impact and state. There be a say galamsey no and unsustainable mining in Ghana no mostly no have to do with certain economic variables and as economic drivers I will say as of my ye sustainably. Say abribia na state na yes state no make hu senior tibianity porosity of water bad turbidity environmental degradation desertification you bet me can even up to the extent the impact crana these days you say some of these environmental degradation no the mental health craba ebinum adwene mu kan mu because of galamsey ya ye kan ebinum ewo ma omma no edidem ye yare send na doctor ye kan about liver and cancer I have not seen the correlation mean papers are kind but there could be evidence say cyanide ni ma bia ye no na ma ye nya cancer
and ye bebre sa I live an kidney dey am say last 2 or 3 weeks cry me bi ofi ha ye ne professor Sampeni e ma ye yi videos bi any pictures bi anu kuranie ye tumi new TV no so man crofo
so
e hu pa
nti na make say me hu papers are kind but there could be that correlation say cyanide no so lead to some of these things but Jacob na the reason why many labor unions no nya adwen and because of this knee-jerk positions. Banning legal mining, banning unsustainable mining. I think say say banning unsustainable mining. And most of even the multinationals, granted, was banning or more from mining because some of them are also engaged in sustainable mining. You see, sustainability talks about 3 things. Environment and as a planet, 2 a profit, and the third one a people. If you are mining sustainably and your focus has always been profit, environment, without even taking the people along, or mining any sustainable. And we've seen that most of these mining communities are very poor. Most of these mining communities are very, very poor, and because of that particular levels of poverty, it leads to certain mental disorders. Be a binum person we galamsey. Now na me video bi na me hu environmental. Ebinum galamsey. Na me bisa mo say say bio say what dream da fire. Will you operate in such an environment? Like who Phoebe and Patim ateche bi ni nneema bi like say what dream da fire. Obey sade no, but because of say hiano adokro na abro so no wanya adwen bi kura say no kura no me de betina fie de se fede ni wodi anka fanyina wo mekọ akoye ni fie ni yare ame yare kura don ke meye galamsey. And that is where as of mine no ye nyina e was say e back your drawing tables so ya passing mineral development act and fund act and scheme act. It has not worked because it lacks transparency. You have establishing interministerial bebre anya adwuma because ni nyina no enye proper policy way I admit media solve and I yetmanya sustainable mining. Intimidate the mechanism say I was say on mining nyina o MPP CPP Afrafranto with his great transformational plan and movement for change naming your MPP for we all need to sing a single song. Say why pay so na ye to me edia solve on sustainable mining in Ghana.
You better sing the same song.
Oh, you bet to me say your mine you know you honey say your mining you bet to me. And that is where most expertise must come to play. My nya galamsey konoma politicians. And when I hear civil if anything labor union, cost strike, to what end?
Okay. Ben Dr. Samba Humano so na ye ne nwi tawu na fi samla back san say ono amano ne no ono nya kwan na doc we de ahoma ne te kwa eti yesam akwa ba na ye video ahodro bi se na be hu nso na ye kan wasam ti ma wano nko
yo medasi eti eja atin se baby a medisi ye ne se enuane a ye no ani nsuo ye yusu ye fiefiem se mo hwe video na uyi ye na nipa no wakoto filter and all the above for 2 weeks pe hwefia na ewom enu ye fia ehu yo but the cyanide mercury arsenic particles na ewom no enu de yehu because colorless afra yehu ti emani ye dangerous na obeka say bia onum vortic me hu say bottle water esisimonim kama
special ice.
Very good. Special ice esisimonim kama. Na special ice no mumbisa se aduane amono an wo fie. Aduane amoto e wo abonten. Restaurants akese e wo Ghana mu kodidi wo ho no. Ensuo be no de pipe ni bia na. Because I don't think say Ghana restaurants anase eja wo fie o wife be use bottle water e na bia ye mpan ma.
Debida.
E pipe na no obu. Pipe insu na contamination no yentumi treating 100%. Enti no enye omo mining areas nko na effects no eka omo. Obi a wo Ghana bia wote ho diplomas omo te ho o ma once you are in Ghana ye ne efra broche ye ko Ghana me ko Ghana me kwa kotoduane wo baby Accra me kwa kotoduane edia ensuo na ya pollutu na yentumi treating 100% no enu bi na de be ye aduane na mame. Enti asem ne dangerous na onim bebe
Debbie
so wo hwe ensu a efa ye pipe ni nyina mu a ni nyina afi ye rivers mu so wo hwe densu de maka se wager wo hwe pond treatment plant a water lake ena omu ye enya free pond omu si no 1950s mu ena omu si before independence ena ye si sa pond enti ye si ye na yɛntumi calibrate maninji we ni frɛ repese ɛna voter so na mate sɛ nansen galamsey for akogu so a ɛyɛ China for ne ade akogu so a ɔmo sensuo no ɛno tonche wo bon sɛ Kesevi treatment plant ɛno so voter region and some parts of Greater Accra ɛno so voter lake ohwɛ Barikasi so ohwɛ Kumasi metropolis Barikasi and a supply nsuo minua ya also free Asante Achim side we obeka Barikasi nso river ofi ɛna efiri dunkwa ekofa atwuma mponua side wo atwuma kwanwoma area ho no eko no ɛhɔ ofa ma wo eyifo enko dunkwa area ho na kɔhwɛ China fo bunsuo ne so SN sisia ni nyina contaminated ohwɛ river enunu ɛno so konongu treatment plant na ɛwɔ nkɔkɔ supply powu ni ade ni nyina no ɛno so almost saying recently Ghana Water issue some a fence press be bar say one way almost be close to sa treatment plant no galamsey for eguso so share river pra supply central region most of the central region treatment plants e woni nyina no river pra monko hwensuo no mo de mo a mo free takrade eko kepus mudru paper so side ho na eko wanim kakra to bi wo ho wo trato ni kakra wo behu so pra ne da ho monko hwe the way a pra na ye ana wo hwe Ankobra Western region treatment plants a ewo ho a treating nsuo ni free Ankobra ene bonsa eye me bra panyi brekuduka deputy minister in charge of mining ni krom takwanso ayem eho na bonsa no eda monko hwe bonsa no China for guso a ede mercury ne cyanide SN na ye twinso we nyina na brim ye ne aye papa nana ke okwa kantre president Akufo-Addo me man nkra se ne krom ye brim chebi brim so okwa ne di brim pipe wo chebi eno odwane man di a onkan hu se cyanide ne mercury no ebia ko president Akufo-Addo efese na aduanim ewo ho Miami Chrome Obuasi, there is in Sobio a friend Jimmy, a Hona, AGA Fono, in Sio treatment, no more yenny na Jimmy Moon free Munko, China food, Swa, or the sign at this end. Miria, Nama ba sa in Crow, sa Bequai area ho, River Oda, sa Cobro Forest Nana, I shall one shame one, in Sio that way friend Oda, and when the fact Bequai Befa. Manson kwanta manso dubia gro yesum sa area ho ni nyina no planta ye de Ghana Water for yusum senso no mu twefiri monkohwe no megum enti with the demonstration na oye ye de kire sa pipe na obi de filter abom no ene de making o se Ghana fo nyina hu se galamsey issues no enye nipa ba akoko eye nyina ekon na onim Sierra small scale mining na Ghana for bebre ye mistake efre ni nyina galamsey enye nyina na galamsey ni omo ni license illegal mining na galamsey but so small operations na ye omo magi license from licensed small scale miners omo no ewo mremu sa emra no eye Minerals and Mining Act 2008 Act 703 ehwo no emo mo kwan mo kɔgye license enti sankofo no ye licensed small scale miners a omo no untumi enka so mo ye galamsey fo ena aba we so de community mining aba se uhwe sa community mining licensed small scale mining ene galamsey fo ye illegal miners a omo nyina sensu sensase about 30 minutes ago one mega bi owo Akotia frame or ye big time small scale miner. Na mene di nkomo. Oji tumu say no kre o madwuma no eno so sensu do o ne license wo ho. They said they wuntumi won a license or the edum. But the sensu essence ase. No mo say ebesi ne a meminim aban fancy say ya o madwuma no mo ye no standard operating procedures ye use no America ha a yensu on say but you too gold. Standard operating procedures are Australia for use. to go then sense you. Standard operating procedures are Canada AUSU and sense you Ghana Yenibi. Mumbisa ban we say from 2017, our fighting Galamsey are spending over $200 million. And they are fighting Galamsey no. Standard operating procedure minus no more license more use no. E wo hen Mumbisa nana key. Now offer Efes Nanado Danka Kufuado. Because ya nana eja mame fa we nsi labor for no strike one way say ban Galamsey no so technically a ban illegal miners sana maybe huno. Now what about the licensed small scale miners any community miners are almost saying so no so enti no was omo any breno eco president any Dr. Bawumia any MPP government so say omo fancy say ya ebebo yensuo ni ensase ho embra na omo license ni ndi so se na ebe ya sa effects ni menesi a yekomu yi eso be perform eno nton chen Galamsey for no money license no omo hwe kwan be fa so a omo be gu no mamu omo be minimize the bureaucratic way omo de fefam no matumi enyo omo license no ma train omo with the standard operating procedures no se na ebe ya ensuo ni nsase na ese no ehun ebeba form na some other questions are ubetumi there. I'm ready for you.
Me da say ya breniti me sheda we dey nyanwie me gada information bi enti information here ready a nyakopon ado bia next week e be from we do start na at least be 30 or 45 minutes no ye dey ato wo mako na ye videos a America ho wo mu to gold wo so ho pe a enka ni nya dey atoto ne ahwe say
that video now when me yere ne twa me
we yere ne twa okay wa
I see me yere ne twa me 2019
I see and we yere a very good photographer pa camera woman that asema ye kwabna ye beka sa chiri me das papa ne wo me that's pa agba homache be no miensa e wo ho America no ne edi nkomo we de yemfa be for no simam na fi 5 minutes in kan wase nyembra
eja nti na me ka asem no you see utie media Dr. Usua the focus has always been the state impact but I think that me as a development person I think that we need to look at the drivers DNA deco DNA yanye right and that is why I have problem with the labor union for total ban yenya you know I think you heard him right say even licensed small scale ones in the crowd they are doing unsustainable mining kroma multinationals na ya bo mu din ye mo fans ona into unsustainable mining omo ye basa say yensuo in whatever way or the other there are certain research I conducting in obuasi areas yes obakutu kra no anka no na niema wo right so and was say ye nyina ye de say politics or envanton chen na ye nyina ye dwin or mine ho a very sustainable approach to solving this particular manners once and for all. Now, me you see, labor unions, they are scattered across the country. It be a teachers, it be a civil servants, like at the assembly level, local staff. Omuti omuhu senkrofo ye sa unsustainable mining in their communities. They no more to me ayafa at the community level. That is one. Because I don't know. Say you never say to us here. Yeah, was say you started from the community level before we come to the national level. But won't mean to cry and profess solution. Nti on crop for cry no more community level na also more sa authority ni say sa unsustainable mining na ekosu yi. Mu nyina mo nkasa free ho na ematu meaning free ase emra so. Because obi a chance say o kasa free ho ye nti ase because na no me konongo eja komra. Me konongo me hu say kwan ho baabi ye two illegal mining bi ho and am using the assembly staff teachers ho ha and I say obi a ho ha the obeka ne say obi omusuro and me ba say sentra na me hwe wani no the obeka ne say omusuro because
o be na di no kura
osuro
ye be na di
yes but minia say omukasa why omutima yomu nyina di ana the question have to ask ourselves is that when we begin to talk from the grassroots level say ye ntiase at the grassroots level obetima yi obi adi ana na akofo ado betima yi obi adi obetima yi obi adi answer me on to me ni obi adi nti
why dey be you
assuming say that's the question because that puts fear in us.
Yes, no correct back up. And send me cost of baby will be a war bedroom, no you could do so back. Ye name the omofum. So and Timon make okara
No, say o koka na mo for more a critical mass around that particular issue. Say near labor union so mo striker aban pa o match say mamonkoi. Nti aban betuma almost 600,000 employees ni nyina dey say ye imodi. You create the critical mass from the grassroots level.
Okay.
Mo nyina maboa mo ano say ye ntiase. So at the back up na about your akra na say ye ban ye the moment you are banning you are going to cause a national security problem.
Okay. Ye be hwe enti ade na kwese kwada. Your Excellency won also obey ye kakra. Your Excellency hwe o kan say ben kan say mi say okono esi ye nyina yeko no kore. Last week Saturday yene commander Edema one small scale miners not minister defense wa edi nkomo say video na ready a mommo ne yentia asem o kan ye ono a tax force a ekwantia galamsey no ono de nkrofo ekon de aboa oman no eye nyina yeko e no de ne nkwa ato wo say ono nkrofo beko no o kan say wire ho pa ye bo ni tio
galamsey for nana
there be a tax force for a small scale miners no ye bo ni tio nipa na bo ni tio ne kan sa asem ase ye be bo tio or the whole report come police for the nyama nyina but prim na nipa na bo ni tio ye nim wo mo so da so na mo mo mi enti na asem no kan tia wona for Your Excellency brabu bi
Chamfan machines no you should ban importation of chamfan machines one. If you ban importation of chamfan machines because meaning the America say oko villages bia illegal miners cost na yetimi ye metimi aka say from the time I me be commander machines be 1,000 and over but obeshia obekọ na de bechina machines fufuro so this kind of chamfan machines omo na say nsuo ni kese because mo nsuo ni mu ho no omo ni nsuo no na say de kan omo nsa nya Ghana for bebre me so me team na me no mo no we are all divers omo to ma yetu one of the factor ya be bre ho na yakwakoche omo I was said mrano so ye adwuma obi odi omo kwakodu police station ade anchi na omo nenam ho nti
me patcho sase ma wokan me pese kojo utie ni ye pa wo sese mumu bre eko dive to su finimu e de mo kwacho ese no achi galamsey for police
yes
na ede
ade anchi na omo nenam mpatamu ho nti e man ko no ayeden nti se Ghana man we Ghana man nyina ntokwa ye the police bi ba na mra ne ye adwuma na ye chill on the act was mra no udi na ye remind you na serve as a deterrent am the rest of your friends family and those kind of galamsey no anobe brase but ye chill e de ko ayese nkrofo yi a omabo mituo yi could you imagine so omo ne namo
omo bo mituo no
omo bo mituo no
what
omo bail omo ne nam ho ba me mra no enyem dia me ntimi mfa mra no enhye me nsam enkoka se me na me kwakoche omo dia ma police but detail with source of omo ne nam ho omo bail omo ne nam ho sankrofo ya me na madidim omesa ba obi tuo nti mra ne na enya adwuma
galamsey for ne bo tuo no
yes
woni mo
minimum
ye boat obi ani to say boat
bo mutuo no
ye chi won wachi ni ye
ja omo azig danso ena Joe na me kana semi before mo bo mutuo no o ma me voice recording say o me bo mutuo mbekumi me so am a trained personnel nti ubekumi am mfa ho na mamfa nya asem e ma me de voice no e ma enyinam police for me send ma omo say na galamsey ya a 13-year task force ye tin suoni e wo chebi mpatam ankosi hwe ni week no mo bo mituo no voice no wo sisia as ankrofo still omone namo it is with this no it's very hard to fight illegal money enye se me ko ama me man Ghana kama ba mebu ya bo mituo nyame ayi me afrim na still me guso a me say me kuma ensuo ani ate. It way is not about the ban of small scale mining, do this. No, it's about the whole nation coming together to make sure the law work. Me no minim say mrani nye adwuma. Me chin for over 200. Bisa me say signer accord man, signer Eco jail. Dabi. Esa na ya ye adwuma no ebu ya bam. Enye say
the mo kwakra to asan mu mo. Ama mo hu ye him, mo hu ye time kra mo.
De bia sa na tie ye no amusu na san wo community.
Your Excellency. Me Dana Brandt and Castle from Kofi and Virginia, Menchimiana.
Samoa.
Now, Hampa. One say, Wakukudru. O man yen na yen kamom ni yanko. And no matter tax force, or no ye penny or dano. Yet, or chini pane de qua, near money be. No, no, no. Or be a treatise of bonitu, and panyampa ya bonitu. Or the evidence so some about for say, as some is so bonitu. Ye obonituo no so no ye chinkofo no ye gya mama mbe na monamo enti no se me ma meko me de ma ho den ho me a me ko no me kwa dan san mu na so man na mo bi chi dom a o man ko se me nso me mo ame enko a na ewo no confusion e basa your excellency
e je gobla dan we ma warning we caution be say what we are facing now it will move from economic problem to national security problem and become a massive health tragedy in our country. Long time ago, now Obuasi gold, Takwa gold, say no too gold, almost gold. But so called Takwa behind the mountains, to a big pond for her. Sana dina there no, ekugum. Na hono obianko ho. And say you pay for kono mu say a gallon of san issue at the point to the main asamaba. Because at that time, we all knew say cyanide, arsenic, as friends saying other chemicals, and yet for human consumption. And even human itself would not make regret that will say one. It has its own effect. And one of many scientists be there, it didn't come and say, Sam, what is going to happen? They say, these chemicals and our system now, it takes long time, but it will eventually affect your DNA. And what am you saying? Say, this mining here, I'm here about affecting DNA. Oh, what would you say? So it is dangerous. The arguments have been so pedestrian. NDC, NPP. One has said yes, you can say, one has said look, yeah, Jacob na.
Yes,
it's time to say, you better Jacob, then you can say, why are they walking to qua ache? I see a time I say, better some people, let him say, who now we are I'm shaking. With time to say, bomb of fooding. It is time to do that now. Because the year face, a national catastrophe. They face, a national health catastrophe. Say, a bedu baby, now, maybe I'm cut to a checker. Say, me pay a checker, me makoto be a dino. Insure the year, a jacob now, insurance contaminated.
Where the major no, now church we are now, YouTube, what the year could try.
Shama,
and yeah, you could try, and this will be the kuchari by last week in a someone who performed kuchabai.
Now, a jacob now. You want Ghana, let me be blunt. We are betting me. You want Ghana Armed Forces. What more human thing to protect us and defend our territorial integrity? Has the Ghana Armed Forces protected us in this Galamsey menace? Has the Ghana police risen to the occasion about this, Anna?
A video be crying on social media. Police can be crying so machine. Say video no. Say video no. Ha na mo de atoso na dia ka nkomo no ho.
Ejekobna. As commander of the Ghana Armed Forces, now water bodies you signed International Convention on Water.
Yeah.
So when you say Ghana is signatory. And even in war situations, no, see any to go for to go for political vote and Ukraine. It's international war crime. What has our Ghana armed forces done to protect us? What have they done? You see, there are two issues involved in Captain Mahama's death. One is those who committed the murder. The second question that we have not averted our minds to is what was Captain Mahama doing in that area? What was he doing? Was he protecting Galamsey or protecting Galamsey operators? We should answer this question. I have seen videos. Soldier for Akoya attack at the Galamsey site. Obiasa Sanfre commander Obebi. Say, and Grophobia Bahasomba, and did 10 minutes. And now, people in Ghana Armed Forces dresses with the crown. Unless I was blind at that time, but I saw the crown. One by giddy. And now, Asambaye. What role has our Ghana Armed Forces played? What role has our Ghana police played in the fight against Galamsey? What role has our government? You know, the last time I explained the legal implications of who the trustee of our national resources is. Yeah. It's the president. For Christ's sake, it is the president. Anytime we talk about the president, the MPP people think that it is their president and not our president. And therefore they right to his defense. Look, when we had COVID, every Sunday, uninvited, the president will come on my television and say, fellow Ghanaians, he is issued executive instruments. What power does the president not have? Power better only under the 1992 constitution. Say, look, I am the president. Member so Galamsey I bear this problem for my people. Resulting in here for this year. It should be 10, 20, 30 years to come. Can you imagine what would happen to this country? Say, surround no partners densun are. Oko price is here now. Baby, and then microphone to me now they can walk because there's so much sedimentation. The insurance is quick flow of life now. It won't say I got frightened. Say yeji, and sure to say I don't so Galamsey for I say no. You can't so you have a point say an economic issue, but Burkina Faso now you say Womaba a hono. Chinese now Womaba one economic problem now. You see the national security Kandapa wake up and work.
Sleeping.
Kandapa, wake up and work. Stop this.
Well, Excellence, do you have national security in Ghana?
Well, but what am I now? We're talking now.
I know national security party boys are recruited to harass people.
You tell us to see something, say something. But at the same time, no, you can say Chinese for Gunsium. Chinese for is it a economic? Well, I'm a diplomat, so in my country, I'm careful.
See it.
You see, but people can appoint biological warfare against a country.
Yeah.
People can appoint chemical weapons against a country, and they can also appoint economic warfare against environmental degradation against the country. Why has the president not reported the Chinese government to the UN? Said they are polluting our water bodies.
They have replied us.
Say, yeah, they go for
they say they don't know the site. They don't know where to go. And it's true. Yes, it's true.
That's a national security.
What did he attempt? What did he attempt? You see, the last time one we show Chinese for how they are processing cocoa.
Yeah.
No one would cocoa now.
Cyanide free.
Cyanide free.
And they want to sign a Niguye.
Yes. And in 10 years, you know, what they do that is they will overtake us in cocoa production. As soon as they overtake us in cocoa production, the EU will declare that Ghana cocoa is not from a sustainable source. So that is what we are going to face. Can you imagine, say, you do baby, you cocoa in Yanto. And I say in Crawford Bogu Jasoma and Tosni, a woman to come which is with the sign. Can you imagine that? That is why I support the call. Say the president should declare a state of emergency immediately. Then can say, look, Ghana Armed Forces, citizens now, one more villages, no, they can do a lot too. What was that? Police vehicle, ya to say one fire towing. Police vehicle, ya to say the fire towing. And I cover champagne. And I'm going to stop all that because you'll be free. What was that video? No. It's what was that video? No. Police car.
I think that is
what Randy, sir, by video be a
what's the story?
Bakubi video Bakubi.
Police one cover.
Police one.
No.
Police one.
Let's get the video clear.
Yeah, show video. No,
there has not been any program say Ghana Police Service one move vans no a towing car and cover any champagne from any village. There's no program on now. So that story that first
but we cannot also sit here. Now you conclude say police towing machine. I can fetch and find the galamsey. Until say you bring the true story of that video. Means now me hear a video no. At least as a reasonable Ghanaian, you need to assess and I mean critically look at the video and
you let me be unreasonable. Yes. But what I'm saying is
no, you can't say that.
Yeah, you let me be unreasonable.
No, you can't say that.
Someone say as a reasonable Ghanaian. And I'm saying let me be an unreasonable Ghanaian.
Let me withdraw that.
Thank you, sir.
So that you not say
thank you.
I will never say that to
thank you. What I have seen and they say police van be ekuta eswa champagne e dia koshe friends.
Randy video no hot
if what Rovers can need the story now. Sir, Ghana Police Survey way every 24 hours if you are 2 o'clock issue statement. Why haven't they issued a statement on this? You see, executive competence and national acquiescence say and no make kind ochehene statement. Say new so who news you know answer. Nana Sante Hinekai about pra. Look, I don't want to talk about who NDC or MPP is, but now we are facing a national catastrophe. As a boy born and bred between Ankobra and River Pra. Now, last week I was telling yourself, say, you're called Fuma. You see, you're my nanano. One for Banchini Garina, one more any one you could do you know what, River Hin. No must sabi. You can't know the Afro Garina May. Now you're from Sako Akochi Adre, Abane de. That's how we survived. Today, the people of Ankobra and what are they going to do? This is what we are facing. Now, the media ending say the Ghana Medical Association has warned us. Say, and then they are seeing a rise in kidney cases. And then, where's not any?
Your Excellency, when you see na one more day, yenya statement to be accident vehicle,
Ghana
police stickers on it. Making kind to the one see, making kind, see.
Say yena as on mine. Ye be say, adie we ne be kunya what do we do? We say economic problem do, but Burkina base near there na yama omo kwan Chinese and then my final point say and no these people are not only doing galamsey, they are doing galamsey with arms and ammunition. So and when here now what is happening is they are making money to fund terrorist activities. I just want to make say one more Sikano. Now in 2-3 years, if we allow the things that are being done the way they are, say soldier for no cost site now, there will be a war between the Galamsey people and the soldiers.
Okay, but that's it. Well,
that's the danger I'm afraid of.
Okay, 2 minutes. say so Dr. Solomon so can say me and any anya ho menim asem ko kan God is what me kan asem pote pa na Dr. Usu kan a wodi say one kan episode o ya no. Hello. What do you want to me kan? What do you want to me kan? Okay. Yensan yanka na
Yo, the can next year, if you're putting any report to you. Now, Doctor, Solomon, okay, if you say, bring you, sign and me. Hello.
Yetio kasa, ama.
Yo, okay, if you say, sign and Chibin shooting I bring the sign and room, any at the ade. Now, Usha, small scale mining for you to sign and a Chibi and its embryons, me my age more than 16 years. That area. Now, cyanide, no, you identify cyanide hotspots in this country. You need EPA, cyanide, and yet easy to coming across cyanide. To certain you bet me coming across mercury. Now, cyanide, no, hotspots and identify a baby up, we hard rock, a jumawo. Baby to say a boss area more you identify. And you identify do a ball bamboo area. And you identify do a talenty area. Na samreno e Burkina Bay ni treaty so to be factory Burkina Faso no de aba e no
enti bremu de na okan na wo se woni ne nya adwen no
me ne nya adwen e so obi anyusu cyanide in that area obetumi a on kire baby potin as mosque miners dey use cyanide no that area ni nyina ya ye adwuma wo ho ya ye Dr. Kweku bebe a whole lot of research wo
okay
enti se bi obi be kasa atem na e so to be kasa ebia this area no data ye ni cyanide do do ye hu ye ni na say clarify say see our cyanide the various issue mu a e ko see say na enya asa cyanide ni wum quantity of cyanide do do be na hu say anya research na anya proper data ye to me resolve the issue obi aba na obeka bi
Godwin tie and the cry ye can say Dr. Solomon usa some kind say or say China for one kasa more small scale man
so for China river no Brem river now okay say cyanide ni niam e dey gum no ya walking around the ya juma was Brem area mu nyina ya project with World Bank identify the hotspots EPA and as we speak now there are places and for me how they say information now about Brem Wachebi and its environs no there is cyanide in the water no. It's not true.
Me that say. We am say yeah. I mean so also why any research who say it's not why any research.
Ono kasa bandita and research. So no why need ye wi. No who say ni
true. Anti
anything you put talk na ye no.
Me that say. Yeah. Nana. I come here say obia e kan dey o.
Yeah.
Na baby aduru no. I me say eni susu. Na mo na mo abem mo mpanifo bi nsema omo eka se galamsey no nipa bi na kofa nipa bi afri baby e do omo ba the sector minister deputy minister of lands and natural resources in charge of mines and as a mining rekuduka say ndc for na koso nipa bi e do mo afri baby abegu nso so mo say
we yala
honorable afie ayo onu sem na shebe dwani doctor
honorable ka
I mean can say
honorable ka
title no
e dey better
enti ose onu so se ndc for ana kofa ni pebia begu nsuo mu se wo munye se adwuma no nana se no kure pa se safo yi nyina ye nipa bi na kofa o ma ba nipa ne ama boyfo a denti ni yanchi omo ntwo omo beku yen denti ni yanchi omo as Boko Haram for beto asha Ghana so ne be chi omo ayob de se ye omo no ade safo ye yanchi omo na mo ye de anu ade ka keke okuna ye se ye ko na ka me se de free aban mu ba kire se ye ntumi nko
me that say on the issue of galamsey
20 minutes why
I think say personally me what different view about maybe the way people are seeing it not because maybe I'm in government or whatever, but I think say I was seeing na ye back together as of mine. Na ye kokono together. there is, let me say this here, there is no political party in Ghana that can fight galamsey.
So who are the between fighting?
I just say yena. Nana Kuyako Sapon, Santia Chimago Bohene. Eka to the Kurum say on penny me into even mining when the Kurum. And it's a good on Yago.
A be all.
And so, Bessin yen to go do. The crew need a horse at the if you are body money, you body a bunch near my didn't grab door, now you defeat Santia Chimago neighbor. And then you start to create the Jane and the Kutu free, Burkina Faso near the Adine Bawabu. Eja oko communities na ye mining galamsey ne koso na enipa eye involved in those galamseys about 80% free community nim omo efiri abonte be ka ho ne kakra bi mo bin challenge some boa video I show yi e man na nego amena nim no o ka so mo free dia so na eduru ho
ora kan da pa ka say mi say no no hwehwem national security minister also hwehwem am aye kire say womu a yesa illegal mining most of them are foreign nationals and they pose threat to our national security. That is what.
So what has he done about it?
Kandapa ekan ye and am so say monkrofo bi say nipa be ko fa nipa be fi
remember that issues ni nyina so but the me pese me ka yenye fie die ne first.
Okay,
se fie fo ne gitum say yempa bontinsu ni ntimi me ye bi eja what you say me na me di me fie me say me mpene ma o maha e me fa me japade yi nko obi ntimi mfira bonten me fa bi but the fie fo na etweton efiefo no tweton enti bontinsu ni ba no so kuta sika kakra bia ne akere no asase wei excellency dia ono kura na nse ne ho mfa no enti ye ne fa wei package wei sha envelope mu na ye mfa ndi kan kɔ bɔkɔkɔkɔ enkɔma no ye kɔ first ye nka nche ne se ye bepe na sase no ye kɔ abɛkyia wo na ya tese wa ba ne ba abɛkyia wo ni abɛkyia wo before because se wodi kan abɛkyia wo odi bibi aba no first of all ade da bia make an a gift a tonipa conscience next time oba hono no ba be negotiation a won't me and resist it enipa baako pe na betimi aka tell say no nti na ade ba dia so ndi wade ko and then krofu afa strategy no ma to most of your leaders in conscience agentu ka say ahemfo a etin kuro nkurase a ye tu galamse omu ye na ye Benjamin ka say bi teacher fo e wasa villages no mu hu ye police fo hu ye bank commercial bank workers who move here.
They have been making a lot of money from them.
And I reckon some say, me there be a me come here galamsey issue. You make a plane. Our security services are disappointed assassination. And they said now more kasa who video be a soldier need a bribe. And what galamsey site. And let me tell you this, my personal experience on galamsey site. My adjuma, financial sector ni be paying. Now, I was in charge of loans. And now, I'm not supposed to say this on air because of acts govern Ejuma. But industry no free means and combine. Intimate me aka. Eja, and penny for be by so here loan. They are miners. And you know, I me visit on mining site. Now me koshe jumedia umudi wo. Eja kwabna se wo pre wo so wo come mining site. Na we enyo ma wo ho na mfa wa nkwa beto amena mawu amena ne bi ho no ma o ma sheda na creating se trap ya sheda ne yatwa amena na to ne edi nwura gu so enya mena wo to ma eja ye betimi ayiwu now when the way omode excavator na hipo anwea no amana dane mountains enti anwea ye tuo na gu ho no sa wonam so a ene mountain fa je to tintin ya yepe any the level assassin and kasa level no so oduru wa mnya na ya hip no na hweba bi enipa ni gu a omutu galamsey na eja emobo. And if I tell you the amount of money these guys are having eja kwabena say wa anya careful wo ukoso uko report on the galamsey site ubefiri wa beba na akopecha mfine because you come to understand that the number of years adia TV so no why nkwase adwuma
my bregu.
Just 3 days. One young boy be baby I me call site na the operating excavator no. And let me tell you komodi a 23-year-old boy was sit down me you know say me ensa wanyinem. ne yere no ye 3 aside that ne ye marking a day 2000 as at then 2000 Ghana cedi a day all excavator ne bucket no or the gear no kokodru baby a gold ni wa os the bucket ne sanua ne 2 eye operator ne dia no de gu nchen na ma na be horama no operator ne omo loss no chop money jama 200 cedis ni mate ye obey excavator mate ni 100 ono say marking say 500 1,000 a day. So ask yourself, say, what for asina na down for this excavator a rider and a driver no operator. All go see excavator tree. Okosia tree no nya hunu tree so obon pa so bi ntobi ma no fanya adwuma. Enti the money, the amount of money involved in that industry no. Mete say is excellence na na ka say a time will come okwasa okwa fight galamsey yes na they will start fighting back. Eja when I went to the site na adwuma wura na de ye kɔ site no adwuma wura na ankasa wo na de ye kɔ site no we met pump action gun be 8 afemi bo hu se me be pe bibia bedi ni mbe de na me kura ha me be report keke na mbetwero na pua ye de guide yen kɔ ya koduru ba bi adwuma ne wo na ohwe the kind of guns and weapons equated these guys in the forest. Asima Beking was in 2016, 2015, 2016.
Who is the regional minister?
Come
here, so was some Okana and Pesamidio, Minia a champion. Is the regional minister. Also on the tax force. I quite some Mukako Pam Galamsey food. Also on the tax force about 30 men now, Omo Atipa, Omokoyano. Also Mudu one minus Nitu Bukrano, Omukrano Munkra,
just secondly, minus no. It was cut to the point say kuro to say UTV ha any pa young boy say nyadi mo kuro no mama to mu be 60% am ye informant enti baby a security agency mo fira baby ano ne afro mo nwure maka kire mo be kwa akoduru ne nipa ni ho untimi ntaw e na ho forever omo nanim ebi etu amna ye omu fie ti mo start say mo ba na omu nyira ewura amnanim ni atwe edua no na ba ko atwe anwe aguso no ono afo akotena edua so no ohwemo timba betini ho atieti edua ne so na omugu ase ho mokọ ya na do ote so na bohwese o mokọ zamra enti adwuma na ya ka ho asem na gei enya de o se ye de ano keke na e ka ho onto se ye nyina be kwa kodum pempenso a ye se ye be fight no minje ni say even the beneficiaries of those galamsees no eja Abraham Sam a woman say, and they have enough money to import water, drinking water from outside the country. But let me warn them. Wabusi afọ no imported drinking water. They didn't feel better woman. Obana wo di galamsey sika hwe na sponsor no coach school UK no. Oba Ghana ba be ware oba wa ha. Sa obana busu ye ni skanti. Sign na so say, "Wan ni wa no mofa." The blood transaction it's about time we begin to think about the future of this nation. Na yenya sabi jamanu system na sabi se munu sikani bre sika pentem eni sikanya yan nyini ye nua hunti eja bia ya ba bedru se ye nyina ya nsori odi se na bikrom dia so aduru ho and no somebody called me say be say kwa hem kokko mu ho obodin di pakura wo ye galamsey na me free am me ko dia so no mako bush wo no mako hwe no ma duedue ma investigation na me hu nipa kro me ba betra ofidi so ha aboni din kwane kwane ene wo fa ayi asankari ado wani a kire agogo no e kwa mo ho nyina mo tu galamsey wo ho nyina o jinu ena mi di kaka to say wo the amount of money e pie free mu ba Mube mu se djuma ye bra ye won kran ni ya mo bra
domi abra asate achem
domi abra
apia kubi ona bo apia kubi so me ye kwacha excavators mako 4 ama mo ko che
excavator ba ko bo
se wo dwene ho awon ti
aba 2 million Ghana cedi wow and na Ghana photo de say de ye to nsuo no and now me mu anu me nkan mani nkan excavators e bi e be do so achen e ja kwa bra ni mobile phones de be compete and then again, mami for back on me ni ye kasa ya no obi asend a message from the port. Said there's a ban on tamfine no. but bana ya ban ne chamfa wo airport no
na se e bi o
yeah production wo nua ba ma me bia makrom kwan ne ho asama manufacturers ni manufacture kwan ne ho ha enyina from a year friends Linda door e ko fa enyina mu no ye chamfa ne kwan ne ho bebre what the phone gusu o so we bi o so nya dwuma ye. And you ask yourself, say, so security agencies in who say chamfa ne manufacture no ye wia ye dey koye it's about time say you nyina ye ka ye gugu bia ye nuanu bi ye organize labor me ade ne ye ndie nti yankofo bi say eja e politically motivated no and say this thing starting in the let's assume say MPP time people na dey agency mo pa eja jinsem say ne why are we fighting it 2 months to election
jake yen twani yen to ba
enyi kwanse ye twani kwanse e bedru hampo
ti entwani e
person ki e bedru ha edru ha na ba be ye bedru mi no bi edru nyina ye bre
ene edru ha nti no
ye entwani ati na wa ye hwe han ene ne ya divert ne say MPP from one day
Kali Bishop conference for so don ba be ye no so
demonstration
political motivated
and the best time no time and your questionable time no man your questionable but to me whether it's even 2 days to election we still need to take action.
Okay, action on what we still need to take accident vehicle with police stickers on it on viral video is not a police vehicle. The attention of Ghana Police Service has been drawn to a viral video in which a truck with registration number ER 765-17 with police stickers pasted on it is involved in an accident at Nkonsa in the Ashanti region. So we would like to state that the said truck does not belong to the Ghana Police Service, contrary to claims being circulated on social media and other media platforms. Preliminary police investigation indicates that the truck belongs to the Road Safety Management Services Limited. The police have since commenced investigations. Until I say, "Kano, Zuna for the
on that issue, quick one. Just a second. On that issue, some vehicles, what him say, all kinds are towing issues nearby. None of police wanted to buy.
Police for
any police wanted to buy. Enti me did you say where the who baby free some young police so baby andrew
na ye hwe wọ́n sẹ́ obiara kasa bia no ẹ̀yọ obiara yẹ nyinaa yẹ kun ẹnu nti ẹna mi bọ́ọ̀ tax force for no ọmọ commander no video no sẹ́ obiara nti bi ẹ̀yẹ nyinaa yẹ kun mímí diẹ ni sẹ́ mehunu mẹ́twa video mẹ́yi na nkurọ̀fọ̀ ahwẹ́ mi sọ mẹ́dwuma no obi so diẹ ni sẹ́ ọbẹ̀tu anamọ ama information sẹ́ ẹ̀yà sẹ́mẹ̀sì ẹ̀na ẹ̀dẹ̀ excavator ne báyẹ obi so diẹ ni sẹ́ otu ne ho esi wo sɛ me ne me nkrɔfo me ne me mranteɛ ɛbɛkɔ na da no kasa me hwɛ ho yi ka akro mu yusu kura de kɔ ranso kura no mu ni bi wo ma ho de no mo de nam saa ya bɔ ne tuo ye nim sɛ semesi ne bɔ ne tuo ye nim sɛ obiti ne bɔ ne tuo ɔde ade na kɔkɔ da bambɔfo sɛ asemesi so bɔ me tuo ampa ne pa bɔ me tuo nso ampa onipa no bɔ tuo no ɔne nam hɔ nti so kasa me mra na me no mɛko ye nyina nka bɔ mo nko a Solo? Yes.
My intervention needless because
small scale
was China for design and you free. No problem say yesuru ekruma yesura sem passem. Galam say e o man pani ene na pamfo na ye.
Hey.
Ana omuntu mintu ase. Ana mode wada ne number bi. Ana enunti e koso. Who told you say eye nya say? Who told you say eye nya say dey say yes ade we. Ya to aba mom okwabana ne say who na the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Who is commander in chief? What you can say just your witchy.
Mama come cram a crime issue.
Na ntia na wo betrana na ye nyina asade e wo se me de dia na ekoko ya ma obi kwan se wo na kura sa tumi no order for the people to act nipa no act ye nipa no ma order look during covid said the ambassador kan oba mpani ne kasa 29 times covid ayeye hu de nyina eku nipa 1497 or so galamse nipa do se ndi eku da ben na wafa ayi abegira yenim se woni e kasa kura se deda amu ye aha na ma ye edu ene to we ka am se menko ka bi nkoko a e de akon na menko akoko look abai aye nyoma mmienu miensa eno must lead you to that total conclusion say wo mo na ye galamse na bebo Titus Global abaso se afide ensuo me no a yesi ensuo ta ponchire oje wo se ye ni an nkofo na ye galamse na minua nanake wonum no kura na di man I can understand the most difficult business to defend the MPP now minum me no party but the true baby let's call a spade abayi bae what the ayi embre bia ko parliament o say friend LI 2462 meboa o man pani akufuado emba ne yentu agudie e wo forest mu ana papa ya bae wo se momotiara ayi mpanimfo amu ba nyina amu nim se agudie no kura wo forest mu giro media mede mra ba me ya passe se ne be ya memmo di forest ni flower and fauna oxygen na ye home no me mamo wuram na wokoye sa dio ase memfa memba mebrem eja kwabna se wo na oso kubi no nipa na o me koye ye look straight into his face mensuro wuo nipa mfa so ka kire ne so opani wa ha the future generation wa haye ma ya wo mu nyina and we are not too sure kwada ya wo so manyina abro 20 years because yes the cancer it take 15 years as an yakofa policy bi ba almost gold for oil obi a on multinational mines eya adwuma bi anim say gold answer on beto obo ade friend off takers agreement omo ntu gold we answer on go buys ya wo obi a auto gold no so you ask yourself say gold for oil no
in the off taker agreement
and me ba why so you are rather confirming my position sir abai so ye gold for oil e ja abai gold no jano anya get am say for ya no o je free omo
no
what was here what to gold free get am say yes ni community wo dia wo kasa na metia
maybe they all can dey no kure
now they na no kure ya ma minister of truth we a minister of truth
and the deputy minister of truth
gold no wo mo so wo moto ye gold a ye nim the source now indeed ever since omo launches are good for you galamsey no sorry ye man mo ke since 2022
can you imagine
and until was say o ka kire o mampani say when our appointed under article 243 o mampani na appointed district chief executive Anambra one in charge of dissect on appointed regional minister on in charge of the rexec oba bia community bia e wo bia na be look ukọ national investment boru a o be catch say omu galamsey site omu chi national security operative say obia that is what you are not being told wa mu chi omu ko hon mu wie ni e kase enko prostitute one do blue gate ni aya 7 basa ask anybody or yet more can it be na say omu ko galamsey site one no chi omu any national security operatives na ye we nyina wie ni e be catch ye na nyamencha de ye be election ye say afide ye be election ti no ma galamsey no ye mfa nye politics every matter on this world is a political issue your decision to buy special eyes no a political decision what do you need power to be muska say you hunipa and I say you hunipa all these things go into what they tell a political issue anything you feel be better say oh me and find politics yeah the better politics
okay when they hear about so when they 20 minutes electricity here to no
yes
I said when you break say electricity akudi baby
edi baby
sikana akudi baby
sikana wo hotel for no omo ne ye to a ye to kania no ne ye di sikana ko mo ansa no mo di isi di amo
ye obembe koto power
wo to ye no sikana ko wa agreement omo ne aban lasan aban ne hwe Ghana fo anim na so mo no isi je mu ndumi nkura sikana ye to a eko hotel 10% ya wodi amam na enye te ho ana omo so no agreement na emu no essentially mu say omo ko omo ni mu na on be manage ye meter no meter system on be manage
it is a meter na science and wo na
ne contract dey ka kiro eni ti won say ene your friend say your friend the card na na dey data na say dey e run fast pa what bu sound dey run fast obi o hwe meter so ho ana wo data run fast ana muntumi kan kiro mo say mu na mu be mu ade run fast because dey na wo say hotel ma me no answer no mo ba no na ECG fu ankasa internally o ma develop app a ejijiska e dey na kosum ye chenyi wo so what ba na wo fi say features bi wo so mo de kan wo eno so ma nyo ma ni sika bi awo features bi na enimu a ade ne yemo mo improve say de be ya ye be ye na o man no ye ho atoy ye we nyina awie na se de to ekoso a na ekoso a ena obi a wo tie bia esu ebobina o electricity wa ye yi no auto 200 cities every 1 week obi use fund fe ase de yakosan yakoma amabonsam say wo de ye to ya ageko eno tiro I was say ye a full blown investigations into the activities of Sa Hotel nene ECG and the way manner ye manage your meters any sika je no je ntino se sika ko baabi ansa na baabi ya nya le sa ye ko nsuogu kentem e bia nse PURC abeka che se ECG egui ade le egua ye dumi nyi sika dodo on nyi sika dodo se da be na o electricity wan go tuaka
be ba ko bia meto na nsia akora no akontama enura me hwe no me check me di foot me check no me hwe balance na me say normal eya meto na bia ebetime de be 1 week or 2 weeks en fa say be todo do bia be di 1 week todo do be di 2 weeks but do na meto na say di be 2 weeks no entumi for me entra 6 days bia be 8 about chaba 8 days essa it be dwunu wa na me ntia
na sala net ye
dabi
adentira abanisa and no also show say one man manage sa de nsisi ano there is something wrong there na hwe edumeko to say ECG no more meters more than 15 types or system oko baby as meter we use how can we behave like that in a civilized economy and it your man systems ni nya adwuma systems ya adwuma obenya uniformity clarity where you can so be no aba be chechima che obi ase die senti na auto meter around fast ye betina wa ye de ye wia ye kama fo we mistake crash ye be 2 meter Ghana for ni see ana ye tete ho ene de aye Ghana for wo ya we
na ye be 2 meter
we tutu go for meter wala dunia yi nyina o be abusu da wa ko kasem
wa
ana no ai kono go kura asante tuma gogo me ko mi amadam for say ECG dia ba one man bill kakraka o explain in chere kura no o si da bi sa na ye de etie
dia ba your excellency em say omra so say ye ja kwa na wo ko nti we de sima be mi ensa
ni na bedu meter
Jacobra
your excellency
say what fast for omo your research no omo focus on ECG and the energy sector as a whole. Last time I heard you talking about it. Na a normal AC hono ehu. As a country, we have to agree say certain institutions be the state must manage it. Because if the private sector is controlling your water system, the private sector is controlling your energy sector, without proper regulations, there could be serious problems for the country. You know, the crisis of ECG started with the fraudulent PDS scandal. Because on record, unless you being the expert, you know, would tell me, say, 2016 downwards, not ECG, they were making such losses. But from what I know, they were not making such losses. The PDS scandal denied ECG a chunk of money and come back to their distribution. And in free honor, what I have come to realize and say, all the digital interventions are, as our mind, they have been meant for fraud. All digital interventions have been fraudulent. Talk about KVG. So okay.
KVG.
Yes. Talk about Crow. And only man penny abed was say ECG for engineers and a sabotage your system. Send na since now almost sabotage, you know, is because what he wanted to implant on ECG, you know, was fraudulent. Talk about SML. You see what I'm talking about? ECG has lost 2 managing directors, 2 in the church this year. 2 managing directors. And the oversight personal reasons. And the one mommy one and one papa no. And I saw me in the and I said, no mommy business or what personal reasons are they talking about? You see, say your mind secret to your car. Na ekodi baby na o personalize issue na we make pa because we paid you with the state money, so you must be able to tell the state why you are exiting, not cite personal reasons. What I have learned, and I am they become as I'm saying, some people have superior knowledge than I have. It become as I'm bad for correction. There is a company called Hoptel. And almost 1 year revenue assurance and on Nakotna a year. Now, at last time, by that, what was more fast about Queen Mensa Thompson. Yes. Not the near breeding, they trying to expose the corruption in that system. Now, sir, Ukofa system be now the about ECG. The intention should be to improve the system and more. Now, if you improve the system now, the benefit should be, say, you tier lower tariffs. That is the bottom line. But since now they buy you tier more. Now, hey, yes, it's something to yes, me to way, honey, yeah, today, as we sit here, can somebody tell me how much money Hoptel for no? One much from ECG? Anna, Nanaka, digitalization, no be business you. Yes, of course. Because if you are breaking the digital system, about improving system now, and then the SML, and then the JVG, and then the Grow, and then the Hotel. And if you put these losses together, aside from the system now, Adeng, what have we done wrong? Adeng. Okay. What have we done wrong? Say, what a system who develop you. About first was Ghana Post. Ghana Post address system 2.5 million. Neko. O say, oh yeah, a French Dam, Palugu Dam, 12 million. Neko. Also, we have Sky Trade 2 million. Neko. Also, we have Ukosia Sodan 2.58 billion. Now, say, I don't know, we are okay, say, it's a commercial bank. Sika 52 million bi. Ayera. You will be a horse here. Between the who's cat and so called. What can I try a first for Yata? So, look, I can some woman and say, yes, one more transfer $100 million in because Guyana.
Guyana, yes. Yes.
The only issue is that for that, say, Yamina may transfer a GMPC. Yes. GMPC is one of the scan quiet of Guyana. Asembeni, Jacob. Asembeni. Yaya,
I know that American should be he said, and then I feel penny on the 9th of September 2023. And now they can't say me say, your power yet on. He found a scanoko. I feel penny on the 9th, exactly on the 9th, on the 9th of September 2023. And let me be some question be say. Sa ya nyina mahode an yeto no yeto a sika no ko yisi di account mu ana direct se nko yisi di account mu direct a efa na efa na baby efa no so no obi ti bibi free mu ansa akodu isi account one na and two software na yesi de to electricity no eye ho ade a
fantastic
he for interest na ewo mu he for na share chire na meter hodo a yesi sansa no so no eye he for na share chire ni sanema bisa sasem de na for September 2023 afepepepe ni we de be man na ka awie ben wona wo sa sector no ensem ko ba nyina hotel ne hwan minimum ade obetumi a boya me ati ase kakra sema be insiantem.
All right, before I call questions, me correcting ma ba community. Tariff na different from billing.
Okay.
TBA tariff no a construct by PRC.
Okay.
And a billing ACG based on kilowatt hour use. And the bounty se bia na His Excellency ka se tariff restructure na osanka bills no ekofumba say ekosro ntino he has a problem with that. Ebia na also consumption no differentiation bia bam variance bia bam ntina bia ekosro. So you have to know that. Na mesan ka so say normally no private sector promotes efficiency and from the petroleum downstream they who say no private sector na take lead na certain competition bia ba ho a the petrol no ebinum boy for passing ebinum de nti private sector so power private sector no power sector wa and so betumi promote certain efficiency ama billing no yenyine hu no IFO. It doesn't mean that tariff will change but the billing no as well because competition promotes efficiency na by a problem in Ghana ni say yempese be privatize the power sector because politicians the bomb gig, right? Because of say privatizing no, we have not liberalized that sector too much, especially the distribution point no. You liberalizing ma other participants still now states now they running and your context no has always been bad when states is running the affairs of the power sector. Previous governments and to me, and I don't think this government will be able to run it well because of how your politics influence certain corporate decisions at this particular sector. Maybe have to tell you. So I think that the entire ECG echo hono and they say which I also have a problem saying so is that if you have a system generated locally, or system no or employees no one or moka, then there's no need to say obe offload that particular part of revenue mobilization to a third party. If your system internal system can even be very robust to generate that particular revenue because what the kwakuma external system no obetua hoka.
Yeah.
Right? And awutua ne canon so bia na external system no so cry was certain shortfalls ema yetimi eba system no beju sika bi. And we this year say now me ba have can say Dubik even came out to say their system was attacked. And I've always been asking the question, is it the ECG system or the Haptel system that was attacked? And Obia enye ready so obey no. And that is why I also fault the PRC. Some of the speculations are kosu nyina Haptel this, Haptel that no. It was a PRC being the regulator should communicate to us, inform us what is actually happening with respect to revenue mobilization at the power sector. On carry why dinti we it generates assumptions. Obia be assume conspiracy. Obia can de talk. Who can such be who de koso amayahu. Say ECG had the capacity. So bet me mobilize our internal revenue with robust system. There's no need to say ye de kwa kumo bi se onye because de kwa no usika na ulusu sika na mukra onje dodo.
Yes.
Sika no woje less than 50%. Nti woje less than 50% a mra no show say e wo so tuatua companies bi. No. Who treat you now sign team 4% dia komo obi say onje because of so a critical system amount. Which system no kra no in recent times I send you be allergy too much bill in your money be an system no kra emwa. So we need some audit of the system. And that is where PRC must come in say audit system na hu why are people complaining? By Krumano we don't believe in research and development. Ekura you believe in nya de ye pekra you believe because when people begin to complain about the billing system in Ghana, it was so become no go say I didn't think man for complaining. What is happening? Is this say the company na come the revenue mobilization na come Haptel no and na bills na cost
Na Haptel na why they here for there.
Eja come run there say e obidio let's not go there but because in any other situation, no private sector participation.
Obviously, yes. Now, say for politically exposed people in the church, I see to me who said about conflict of interest being
I think that can be before me bahan can me check RGG and can be on mama those behind this particular company names.
Vice President.
All right,
the power sector is under the care of the Vice President. Sa power sector, the restructuring office when you're running your money. Near hotel, what's it?
I don't come as a my problem back when they say we are running a procurement based economy. Obi a person procure there. Services, obi a person procure because or procure and only 10%, or procure and only 20%. Inti ehun here crash obe procure, and that is why we have different about 15 types of meters in the system. I think ASAP did the work on it. How much inefficiency of some of these meters are important. So if they are inefficient, who even advise us to import those meters? Sir, depend as what you do. You need another situation. Wow, sir, these are questions that we say you need to make. Now we say earlier questions. We say, Sikano kohen. On say ECG Sikano, your homra. For example, here Esla betru Sikano, ECG infrastructure fund, Sikano some percentage, Eco Power Sector Infrastructure Fund, some percentage Eco Public Lighting Levy. That is Sika. Was say Eco these sectors based on the Esla law. And another law and also guide the EC that even is not a law. These days has become a model, which is World Bank any 2 years for say Sikani EGJ intimi to yado do Emma power producers. This intimi to yado do power producers Emma kai ba hodia. And they use a framework called the cash waterfall model. In 2017 on the buy, but recently I modified in last year I modified say I was say who send you to be adie. And no crano ejakura se be no kasai. Minister of Finance into anede. Minister of Finance into.
No asika no hye no.
No asika no hye no amra no ono an ka ho ma craft mra no model no World Bank say onu ni so no. Onu amu ni so. And the model no because it's not law no lacks compliance order say enforcement. Say bia wan ni so say ne wo say yo. Nti ono ni so nti sika no ontua and I know so from August 2023 till date Minister of Finance entua peswa entumu MPRs intimi complaining because obekọ no PRC kura ne boss no aban na yi ni kotena. So we need a total reform of our systems. Say ma ebekọ yi a e was say reform na yema some kind of you define what is state and what is political regime and even what is executive. Because your krom hanom no the executive has taken over state. We don't have a state anymore. We don't have international security. We don't have a national security because the national security has become an arm of the executive. Because our proper national security, Galam say power sector problems, the national security will have a research team, intelligent people. Omo say data no more, and yet nana came mo harass people on Chrome no ma national security for SWAT for okay nana but what did they say binom you have that body yeah he's a gentleman he's a gentleman but you see
what one man what national security hu go for me make am be
he's a gentleman
security personnel hu go for
but you see the omoye no police for adwuma. National security must have intelligent research oriented people who sit in the room analyzing data and simulating data to get results for us. Did they can I know any be chroma any be ye won kra mo she tuntun be harass say bia makasa tie o ma wie bia me free ha no no mu jira ni me harass me those are the people who call themselves
tell na yen sorry nana eja ye sima bai ba ku mienu bi ni yen sorry
eja ma binum nsia ma binum wo eja de di kan ma men clear assembly amini Solomon e kan ye Haptel ona enyem mampani abedi echi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay.
I mean clear no. The person who na woni baby okobe who na about the owners of Haptel. Alex Brim.
Oh dear.
The company ni na ya dabon te ogugo ya obinya. We can also go and check. Kuma yenya isa atro na ye die na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na searching enya no kre. Yan clear no free ho. Eja ECG me no me no nyina di adanse se eba no ye empower yeto ya ebo ne ba form Ghana ni bi ani beje ebo ne kosoro obi ani ho no mebe ne de ye nyina ye ebo ye homoden se bibi no se nyina ye asoman ne yi ne nyina di ahotobre ya eja de nti ne yenye na wo million ma betena ha ena MPP for ena Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ena digitalization o de ba no his excellency besie digitalization na sana bibi chase which is not true me no me nyina di dance eje emoa ye nkura no one kasa experience wenya anaju prepared do the moment ne toye akane na cause ye train na de chi da sumu ka baba dwuma homachin wo phone torch na se torchlight no waso ena wakope box iron na de ato atade abetena so aye semzi. But the day, because of that app and the software, now abano. Abo me no solo nyina.
Benye bi da.
Abo me no solo. And now bata ke je bi ese wo to na do ansa wo.
La bala me to bata.
What na na be ke ka kire say ene se bi obi na akose kire na ode jiji o man ni sika me ne wonya dwene. De nyina eji tum ne say. Say no kre so obi sekire a wo jiji o man ni sika. O fa kwambone so na wo ji sika ni didi a. Ene eje woni se me I'm a leading crusader. So will be on them kwambone so for my sikano. Yes, you am for kwam papa mine mraso ni enye sika back in free nipa no. I will support it. But to try to use this as political gain be and I the better and see Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia film Ghana for their money gidi o manya on muna what they have to be better ho dia enya dwuma.
Okay.
Enya dwuma.
Wabona to form
One to
movement for change and Benedy on one kasa ye ka anyina mahode mu nsam ne ye waben pa and his excellency Sampiel so eba edema NDC amayoko no na aha ana ebrema bankwan na nadwumadi ni besi hye no so sama stade am hye perfect man for the pam de mame designs bebre and sizes bebre wo ho na wo na be 0244 147212 0244147212 na femisa ka wo say so wo be soja bo mo de so be isu gas na so pe gas nso de a men for mo bi facility de be say ma feel ma dada da bi ko bebia ye ton gas no na koto bi o sense wo de woni tuom a ye ni nyawo ena bia na wo sika so so ba feeling pa wo sika 10 cedis 15 cedis 20 cedis a on be bu ama na wo de akokoye nti kakra bi obenya bia no on betumi ato ama na watumi aye
Lebanon
meka me de bewie ena me de bewie na me de bewie na nti okoto gas na bebia tonton gas na Ghana for dia nti bra ye to na omo so enya mfaso no mu bie gas stations ni bebre na obia so etumi tobi na ye nyina kakra no yetumi atu bidi a yusu na se yetumi antu asimpo a na ya bre na se na bie kwan so nipa bebre so etumi enya adwuma aye nti no LPG Marketers Association of Ghana for seven countries so pe gas ato a ko gas station for cylinder ko gas station ko na koto ombebo ne mama aisisie bia enimu sanyumekui yeda o mase papa so muso mase ene anope na ke asem o kana ka be wie se asem a ekoso ewo Israel ene Palestine no eni soso pa me no ka sei uko Lebanon uko awon aman ahodo Beirut a bombo mototo ho no nya sanketo a enti statement bi abasa Ghana fo a ewo ho nyina no momode so be fi Lebanon enti so obuhwani wo ho a hwe na kira kwan animanim yi na se mmoa bi na betu de abo a ye mo no mo famra de sra ban so se wade hye ene wo ho ne se ohaw bi eba oman na etu aban na issue statement but oman no so tu anamon oman no tu anamon na ye nyina na ye famwa na United Nations for so e de nkrata aba bonten efa galamsey nsam ho omo so omahu West Africa ha niti true ene Ghana galamsey a ese ye so ye kwai ne nema hodo no omo say ye huto omo sra ban sa bantu wanamon besre se betena ha enye se bia obi tan obi dabi enye so obi mpo obi asam dabi na mo no oman ni ntira me say oman ye me no miedu ye dia yen Ghana for ye dia na si anchechire oman na di pa bi be chechira maye ahoho na omo chechire no a wo mo chechire ne sadia yen ye pe no no ombe chechire ne sadia wo mo pe ebe wi ase no ye beda ne nkoa no mumom aba be ya adehye we are losing our Ghana mummy enko back na de atosi ne bia ne yesiesie no ne nsanje ye ma wate fidi besia mada production team na se ye ho aye adomo a dasene ye besia yakra mu nyina ama mu nyina mo dehwe